I think, how long have you been making videos and practicing in this way, having conversation on or video call?
Video call, actually, before 2 years, I have started interacting with different people on different platform. But if I talk about my YouTube channel, so before 9 months ago, I have started my YouTube channel. And it's because most of the time I'm busy regarding my students, and I have lots of work at my home. So I do all these things. So I'm not being able to give much time. I'm not that much consistent on my YouTube channel. But I love to enhance my communication skill. That's why whenever I'm free, I come over here so that I can reach up to the mark in English language, because I used to work in the banking sector for a long time. So I thought that if I teach my students the way people are talking across the world, so they will be benefited, because at this moment, like in any sector, whenever you are going to join, so interviewer have started talking in English. So if you are able to reply in that way, so you will get chance to join in any sector. So it is very important to each and everybody. So yes.
Yes, absolutely. You are absolutely right. For everything these days, English is very important, whether it's job or for traveling, for the speaking, for communication, everything is very important, right? So these days you are teaching.
Sorry, ma'am.
Sorry. So these days you are teaching.
Yes, yes, I have two batches. Actually, in the morning I have one batch, and in the evening, and there's the rest of the time do I watch so many YouTube videos, like it is BBC News and BKC One is English program, and lots of podcasts. Sometimes I watch English movies. So from different places, I try to collect some of the things so that I can have a good command about this language.
I observed that you are speaking in different accent. Like I understood that you are definitely watching native speaker like BBC News, and I think native speaker you watch like regarding podcast or as you mentioned that BBC News, right? So what about
Mhm.
like watching videos? Do you watch only like native speaker or Indian accent also Indian speaker?
Yes, sometimes I watch 6 minute English learning.com. Sometimes Indian persons, those are come over on YouTube and giving their speeches.
Mm-hmm.
So I have in my mind a big dream. Maybe later on, my students will work in abroad. So that's the reason why some of the times I speak with my students this way. So later on, they will not face any problem while they are going America or Australia or England, because some of the times I also get chance to connect with American people or British people. Very rarely, I'm not saying they are very often, but yes, some of the times I'm getting chance to connect with them. So that time I try to speak the way they are talking, because if your accent is good, so parents are also started depending on you. If I send my kids, maybe he or she will learn something good English. So that's why I try to speak the way native speaker talking. So this
Mm-hmm.
is my only purpose, and I have my final decision. I have taken my final decision that rest of the life I would like to teach my students. I don't want to join in any sector like private sector or government sector. I earlier said that I used to work in the banking sector for more than 14 years.
14
So
years.
I know what, yes, so I know what thing is happening in private sector. Maybe we learn so much money, but mental satisfaction is zero. So I actually don't lose my respect rest of the life. Whatever I have, I don't know how long we are here. So future is completely, it's actually blind. Nobody knows what thing will happen in our life. So I actually enjoy my freedom. That's why.
Really, I think you have worked 14 years and now you don't want to go there. Just you want to do it yourself on your own. Everything like
Mhm.
your teaching way, like the way you are doing these days, right? So
Mhm.
how long have you been teaching English offline?
Offline, ma'am, I actually teach from handwriting. You are belonging in West Bengal. We are in the same state. So what is the education system, you know very well at this moment. So some of the students don't know how to write. So I teach them from the handwriting, then grammar part, textbook, spoken English, everything like top to bottom, left to right. And if I talk about village students, oh my God, parents are completely unable to give support. When they are listening English language, they thought that, oh my God, this is a big problem. How we will support our kids? So nowadays, I have actually teach meditation also. I have connection with Brahma Kumaris. It's a spiritual organization across the world. So many brothers and sisters sacrifice their life and giving God-related knowledge, spiritual knowledge. So I teach them how to connect with God. So before starting my session, they do meditation for 1 2 minutes. After that, when we are leaving, we are finishing our session. That point of time, they also doing the meditation, and there are lots of positive thoughts. Before going to bed, I tell all of the students that if you say on your own in your mind, you will get a
Mm-hmm.
wonderful result. So even though
That
they are going government school, despite of that, they are able to speech on 15th August, Republic Day, Teachers Day, even the two classes students, second standard students, they are able to memorize like 12 sentence or 13 sentence. And they are giving speeches in front of all the students and teachers.
mm-hmm.
So I don't think this is my credit. Just because they are doing meditation, they are increasing their soul power. That's why all these things are happening.
This
So
is
this is
very
how I
important, actually.
yes, yes. This is how I teach my students, and gradually increasing number of students. So I am very happy. So I that's why I have decided that I will not switch any other sector.
That's wonderful that you added one or activities, extra curriculum, which is very important in our life while studying or while doing anything. So in school we don't get that much. I don't know about other schools, but I never seen in my school. I've never seen. So going to school we don't see like this way to doing meditation and doing so many extra activities. And it's very important that you are doing like on I think you have institute, right? So in institute, maybe you are doing.
Yes, yes. All the students come to me. Actually, my house. There is no specific or big kind of room and all. I have a small room, and in that room, students come. All the village students, and I teach them.
Yeah, absolutely fine. That doesn't matter that you have institute or school, but the matter is you are teaching there. If you can teach, then
Mhm.
nothing matter. So absolutely, and you are teaching English. With that, you are adding some activities for students, and it is very important. I also really want to do these things to add like starting with meditation and doing some extra activities so that they will get a better understanding in everything and they will focus a lot. Focus
Mhm.
should, right? So it's very important. Yeah, that's amazing. One question I wanted to ask you that which accent do you like? I think you want to follow some accents. What about accent?
I don't have any knowledge about specific accent related. See, even in our own state, if I go 20 kilometers, people are talking in different accent. In
Mm-hmm.
my own district, if I go 20 kilometers, people are talking in different accent in Bengali. So yes, it will happen if we talk about like British people or American people. There are also lots of states. People are talking in different way. If I talk like Hindi in Bengali, if I go to Delhi, their Hindi is different. If we go to Mumbai, their Hindi is different. If we go to Bihar, their Hindi is different. So just I try to speak the way they are talking. No, by watching, there is no specific name. But yes, American English I prefer. It is easy to understand. Most of the time, I connected with the persons. Those are under North America. There are lots of country, and it was my mindset that all the people, those are living under North America or South American people, they have good command about this language, but they are saying that we are speak in Spanish. We also try to develop our accent. So I prefer to speak in American accent instead of British accent. It is a little bit difficult for me.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, so many people follow accents like American, British
Mhm.
accent, but I would like to follow Indian accent, which is very clear, simple. I love to speak in Indian accent, so that's why I
Mm.
follow. I don't watch any American accent or any videos. But yes, I watch sometimes, but I don't get influenced with that videos. Like I
Mhm.
don't try it.
Sometimes
I haven't been tried
mhm.
yet. Mm.
In between our conversation, I asked them, is there any problem to understand the way I'm talking? They are saying, no, no, no. Your speaking is quite neat and clean. There is
Yeah.
no problem to understand.
Mhm. I can even understand clearly that you are speaking clean and neat. Like no need to. You are not speaking in any accent, but little bit
Mm.
you influenced with the BBC News and this I think native speaker, and even you are
Mhm.
trying to learn that way, and it's really great, not an issue. But it
Mhm.
was like my opinion that I want to. Yeah, it's very good to learn American accent, British accent, but this in these days I am really satisfied with my Indian accent. I feel
Yes, yes.
more satisfaction with this language, like Indian accent,
Mhm.
right? Okay.
Yes, yes, especially on this platform, most of the Indian people come over here and connecting, so it's quite good. But I'm basically trying to enhance my accent just because this is my only one profession. So I try to level best so that I can do better manner to connect with other people or to speak with other persons. That's why.
Okay, that's amazing that you started teaching and doing a lot of things about English language. So how did you learn English like this much now the way you are speaking? So what is the structure or what are the things that you followed in your learning time?
Mhm. Okay, so while I was working in the banking sector in Kolkata, so that point of time, my English was very poor. Even I won't be able to answer a single sentence. So luckily, I got information about the Ramakrishna Mission Institute of Culture at Golpark, and I took admission there, and I completed fourth semester. From that time, my English journey started. Later on my own, I started talking with my friends, with my customers, and at this moment, every day basis, I'm getting chance to interact with my students. So there are lots of time I'm practicing. Even sometimes I come over here and connecting with different people. So it helps me a lot. And at this moment, lots of platform, lots of application. But before, like 2 days ago, I did not have any knowledge that there are lots of platform one can go and practice without giving any money. I thought that how can I connect, where I will find someone to speak in English. But luckily, two YouTubers talking each other, and at that point of time, they mentioned about one application as Fluency. After that, I got information rest of the other applications name, and one by one I tried and started talking with different persons, different people across the world, and now I'm in this position. Still I'm struggling. I'm trying to enhance my communication skill because I think that life is a classroom. There is no end of learning. Rest of the life people are learning from each and everybody, every person. Even I learn a lot of things from my students.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. I even learned from my students a lot because while teaching, we learn. And that's how I started my journey also. I was thinking that let's start by teaching, then only I can be a good speaker. Sorry. So yes.
Yes, in teaching profession, one plus point. Suppose you are going to teach some students. So before that, you have to know top to bottom, neat and clean, everything you have to understand in details. After that, you are going to teach. So
Mhm.
actually, a kind of pressure you are taking. So this is
Yes,
wonderful profession. If you want to learn for anybody, he or she, they are starting from scratch, they start teaching. So at the same time, they will teach and at the same time, they will learn. It's a wonderful profession, I think. It's my
yes.
personal opinion.
Mm-hmm. Pressure and also responsibilities are there a lot. We
Yes,
need to
yes, yes.
so that only people can learn properly. Otherwise, if we don't know and if we start teaching, then it's very difficult for students and they will get
Mhm,
wrong instructions from us.
mhm.
So that is also important for that we keep reminding ourselves that we have responsibility, we have pressure. So as a student, we don't think, we think as a teacher so that we can learn more. And even I also became serious much when I started teaching, because I started teaching that time. I didn't know because I was learning at the time. And yes,
Mm,
I had experience of speaking, but I didn't know proper grammar that time. So I was
mhm,
thinking I need to study properly grammar. So I started studying and it is quite going well. So I feel
mhm,
that I don't want to stop anything or I don't want to lack for anything,
mhm,
right? Should be like
mhm,
when I didn't know about teaching and all, just I learned by myself, learning process of English. And as I was also not English medium student, so I didn't know about English. Somehow, like
mhm,
a lot of hard work, and I learned. Then I started
mhm,
teaching time when I was learning.
mhm.
So I
Yes,
was
yes.
very conscious for my teaching and learning because both thing I was doing. That's why.
Uh-huh. Yes, if we talk about grammar part, no, it is very difficult to remember all rules and regulation of grammar. Very often you have to revise, otherwise you will forget.
Okay.
Maybe after a long time, no, you don't know what is the actual rules and regulation of tense, then voice change, narration change, use of preposition. It's actually slip out, no, from our mind. So again, we have to revise time to time. Then everything will be okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, please
We
go.
actually covered most of the things. So let's wrap up today. Again, we will connect later on. And it was really lovely talking to you. I wanted to connect with for a long, long time. So luckily we connected finally. And I'm very happy for actually talking to you. And you mostly free in the morning time, but today you are free in this time in the evening time. So it's really good.
Sorry. Actually, I was not free. I went somewhere and I came and I thought
Mhm,
like today day was so like waste for me. Not waste, but I went outside. I didn't teach. I didn't speak. I didn't do anything today. So I thought,
mhm,
sorry. Actually, I cough. So I thought, what can I do? I came just whole entire day I was outside, and I came and I
mhm,
thought start conversation. At least one conversation I can do, and then I
mhm,
can be relieved and relax for my
mhm,
night. So that's why I completed now session. And yes, I have at night session I will give. Like it means online classes I provide, so I will give that.
mhm,
Then yes, this is the day that I spent today. So I didn't teach anything, so I was feeling bad. So I connected with you. That's why. Yes, we completed.
okay,
Thank
ma'am.
you so you connected with me.
Okay, ma'am.
I would also
Mhm,
really wanted to join with you. You know, we have been trying for a month, I think 2 months ago, or it's been long
mhm.
time.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
finally, I also connected with you. Thank you so much for that. So yes. Okay then. Bye.
Okay, ma'am. Bye. Take care.